Hey, I'm Nicholas Prom,
I'm Chase.
And I'm Dylan.
and you're watching Posers Must
Posers must
Die.
die.
Hey, fellas, wow, what an exciting and fun week of cool stuff that we have all experienced. Uh, God, that sounds like crap. Uh, hey, Dylan, you went to a punk show in Kaiser, Oregon, last night,
Yes, last
January
night I indeed
25th.
did.
Tell us all
Yes.
about that, please.
Yeah, so this was very last minute for me. Nick, you sent me the poster for this like 2 or 3 hours before I went, but I went
Well,
nonetheless,
yeah.
and I had a good time.
Yay!
Uh, so this was at a place called Radness and Sue's. This is it's sort of a community center. They seem to do a lot of different things here. If you live in the Kaiser area, I would urge you to check them out. Very cool, very chill place, very inclusive, all the stuff we like. Um, it the space itself was about the size of like the high water marks like showroom, maybe a little bit larger,
Okay.
and it sort of felt like a classroom. Like aesthetically, it felt like a classroom. If you know what I mean, like it just because I don't know, whatever. People who know what I mean will know what I mean. Anyway, three bands played. One of them, Jab, could not be there, unfortunately.
Oh,
But the three bands that did play, I enjoyed them. First up was Witness the End. They were a hardcore band. It was their first show as a band together. The
that's
band
cool.
members have played shows separately at other times. I mean, the lead singer was talking about how it's been 10 years since he's done a live show
Oh, wow.
as a singer or anything. But it was the first time they were all together and playing live, and they did great. I mean, despite it being hardcore, uh, I'm not crazy about hardcore, but I do like it, and they did a really good job. It was just like it was very punky, hardcore, just fun, good riffs, good melodies. Everyone was enjoying it. Fucking massive, mad thrash pit. Just
Sick.
going ape shit. Everybody was having a good time. Um, Next up was Bazooka Sharks, who were punk rock, and I wasn't too crazy about them. They were good. I admit they were good, but like it was just their music was very upbeat. What's up, Chase? What's up?
Did you say Bazooka Sharks?
Yeah, Bazooka Sharks.
That's an American Dad reference. Why would a punk band name itself after an American Dad ref? Whatever. That's awesome. It's cool. I don't care.
I
Yeah.
don't remember. I love American Dad, but I don't know that reference. Okay.
It's the Lightning Bolt football, arena football team. But yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
sorry.
That's funny. That's funny then. I like that. That's funny. Um, but no, they were a good band. I liked them. They had a good good stage presence. Everyone else liked them a lot. I didn't find myself headbanging too much, but their music was okay. It was very upbeat, very positive sounding punk rock, like happy, you
Okay.
know, like if I were to give it a
Cool.
label, it would be like power punk. Like
Okay.
Huh.
they were
Okay.
all
Okay.
right.
Okay.
I'm
Sure.
not I'm not gonna shit on them.
Okay.
Um,
Unless they give you
Impermanence.
$50.
Hey, $50 is
Oh man.
$50.
Exactly.
Um,
I'm sorry.
but yeah, Impermanence was the last band. They're listed here as drum and bass,
Har-
which
Drum and bass
that
hardcore?
is that is what they were. Okay, when I think drum and bass, I think of like there's like a genre of like techno music
Yeah.
that's called drum and bass. These guys
Oh,
were
okay.
literally these guys were literally a drummer and a bass player, and the bass player was the lead singer,
Oh, okay.
and it worked.
Cool.
It
Yeah.
worked. It was good. I liked them.
Cool.
I very like hardcore, like quick, fucking 1 minute to like 50-second long songs.
Oh,
Very
cool.
quick. Their set was over in like maybe 5 or 10 minutes,
What?
but the crowd went ape shit for them. Fucking huge fucking circle pit going on there,
Nice.
in this tiny room. Uh, and yeah, I think I had a good time, but my only complaint, and I don't know if I don't know if this is a normal thing, but at the very last song Impermanence did, end of the show, this dude up front, like right on the edge of the circle pit, opened his water bottle and just swung it in the air and got everybody fucking soaking wet. Like, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, what? What? Why did you do that? I
Lame.
was confused. Maybe I'm old. I don't know.
Yeah.
No. No.
Nah, I think that's
But
just
That's just
weird.
not cool.
But sounds like that was a good time though, overall.
yeah,
Yeah.
good time for $10. Happy to support a local community center doing some fun shit.
Cool. Yeah, and they've got a couple other hardcore shows coming up there
Cool.
pretty soon, right? So that's a thing. Um, but yeah, last
Yeah.
night I went to a show, and man, what a rad time! Was over at the Coffin Club, and it's a 3 band bill. I showed up. Unfortunately, I was a little late, and so I got there right when Kriegsilvar, who were like a crust punk D beat combo. I missed them. They were ending as I got there. So sorry. I wanted to see them, so that was disappointing, but it's okay. Vanishment, great band. Thrash from Seattle. Uh, really cool, really good. Uh, Imagine now this isn't a perfect comparison, okay, but this will be the analogy I'll use. Imagine if John Bush fronted Forbidden,
Ooh.
right?
I'm in.
Yeah,
Wait, I believe I saw the shorts that you posted, and they. Ooh, yeah. No.
yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
see. I want in.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get a chance to see them and perhaps in the near future. After their set, I did meet 4 of the 5 band members. Nice guys, cool dudes. So yeah, and yeah, good vibes all around. Very 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 positive. But yeah, totally kick ass. Really good band. Hard recommend. Um, and Solicitor, you guys, I shit you not. I saw the one true queen of heavy metal last night.
Ooh.
And she is the singer of Solicitor. Great speed metal band. Uh, so kick ass. And Amy, the vocalist, what a voice. I mean, if you are into stuff like Détente, Sentinel Beast, Snow White, you know, that female speed metal thrash voice, okay, right? Okay. It's very much in that vein. Fantastic, incredible front woman, great band. I cannot wait to. I want to see this band 100 times. They were so good, just amazing. Lead guitarist, like, dude, imagine a blend of Wolf Hoffman and Jeff Waters. Just like wow, Accept and Annihilator. Uh, but yeah, fantastic. I cannot like, whoo! I will be singing the praises of this band for some time. Uh, Absolutely amazing. Uh, 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 wow, great band. I'm so glad I finally got a chance to see them. Hopefully, I will get to see them again soon. They are awesome, and I can't wait for you guys to see them because I'm sure you will feel similarly to me. Amazing. So yeah, just a great band.
I'm sad I missed that show, bro.
Yeah, well, hopefully you will rectify that in the near future.
Hopefully.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was dope. Had a rad time. Um, uh, uh, yes. So why don't we move on? We've got a new album to review. Chase, give us the skinny on this one, please.
Alrighty, we got Loanshark, No Sins to Confess. They're a heavy metal outfit from Barcelona, Spain. that to me they sound a bit like Superchrist and Motorhead, which I guess most people would just say is the same thing, but I don't see it as the same.
Okay.
Or here it is the same. And with a little bit of that Maiden-esque guitar tone and just lead, I guess the lead kind of sounds that way too. And just like bucket loads of old school like outlaw attitude. It's just kind of how I throwing
Yeah.
that one together. Oh, also releases February 14th on RPM Roar.
Yeah. Very good. Very much like a blend of like, oh, we're listening to Motorhead and Iron Maiden circa 1980, and those are our chief influences. So like, I would feel confident it's a traditional / speed metal band. Really kind of like following the fine tradition of like, Spanish metal doesn't get a whole lot of high play on the world stage, but there's some great bands from that place. You got Baron Rojo, you have Muro, Santa, and God, there was another one that I'm escaping but I really like, and I'm unfortunately I can't recall, but off the dome. But there's some great traditional heavy metal from Spain, and I think these guys are kind of carrying on that that fine tradition. Really fun stuff. I enjoyed this tremendously.
Yes. Also, it should be noted that the vocalist, guitarist Logan, played for an Italian thrash band called Alcoholizer, who I did a review for forever ago.
Oh, I think I remember
And
them.
uh, yeah, these good stuff. Good and just old traditional fast alcoholic thrash is what they played there. And
Very cool.
it uh, it transfers very well over to this, except they lose kind of the thrashy end of it and just play more of like a speedy heavy metal.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Um, I enjoyed this a lot. Dylan, do you have some juice on this,
Yeah.
man?
This fucking ruled, bro.
Yeah.
I loved this shit. You guys put it perfectly. Your comparisons, perfect. This is like a love letter to '80s metal, 100%. I was just writing down the names of songs that I liked as I was listening to this, and I gave up because I pretty much wrote down every fucking song on the album.
Yeah. It is an all killer no filler
But
album. Yeah.
There's a
Yep.
couple I'm okay without, but Electric Shock and Waves, that opener,
Oh, the opener's
so
great.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Machine Gunner, Another Man in the Trunk,
Man.
Midnight Shooter, Bad Guys Don't Lose, Heavy Metal Addicts, that closer, Heavy Metal Addicts with that fucking chorus.
Yeah.
That is a instant classic.
I love that. And here's the thing. A great album is like you got a super memorable opening track and a super memorable closing track. You'll forgive if something in the middle is kind of
Yeah,
but
definitely.
this was front to back a really good record. Sounds like we all really enjoyed this. This is really in the wheelhouse of this show, big time. But yeah, horns up for Loan Shark, guys. Woo!
And I love, hell yeah, I love this
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
This cover is very cool, but I'm just trying to figure out the anatomy of this woman holding the gun. She's holding the gun like down by her knee. It's like, are
So
her arms extremely freakishly long, or is she bending over?
I'm
What's
thinking
going on there?
it's she has it it's like at an ankle. It's she's got it held on her ankle at some way and is reaching down to retrieve it. But yeah, that is kind of a weird. I get
It's just
because there's no holster, Okay, weird. But barring that, no, this is a great record. And hopefully we'll be seeing more great things to come from Loan Shark. Cool band.
yeah. Two thumbs up, way up.
Yeah, thank you, Sis Roger and Gene. Uh, uh, yeah. So I think if we're done with that, why don't we move on to Chase's classic album? And
Okay.
yeah.
This week I chose "Breaking the Chains" from Dokken. You guys ever heard of Dokken?
Yeah, Dokken
Yeah,
rules.
kind of underground. Not many people know about them, but
Yeah, yeah.
They're certainly not a
I feel like going.
they're certainly not a multi-platinum selling band or nothing like that.
I think going to Cure this time. Just yeah. But no, I mean, it's Breaking the Chains. Do you want to talk about that little snafu we ran into where we weren't sure what album we were
Well,
81, 83?
we knew what album we're talking about. So this album was originally recorded and released in 1981, and in 1983 it was much of it was remixed and partially re-recorded and then re-released. There's like a slight track list difference, and one key thing to note is on the 1981 version, almost all of the bass is recorded by Peter Baltz from Accept, and the 83 version, the bass is recorded by Juan Crucier from Rat, or Crucier, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Yeah, I think Bobby Blotzer plays drums on a couple of tracks as well. But regardless, we're still basically talking about the same general collection of songs. It's still the band Dokken. I just wanted to, there is a distinction somewhat to make, so I thought we would make it there. But no, this is fun. Of the 4 80s Dokken albums, I think it is the least of them, I would compare it. I would make and here's the thing. This is a good record. It really is. Especially if you're, but it's more on the Journey / Night Ranger vein of hard rock. No, but right compared to their other records. Okay.
No, yes, compared to your other records, certainly.
Okay, I'll make the thrash parallel. Okay. We Have Arrived by Dark Angel is a very good record. But the 3 that follow it, kind of like the 3 albums that follow this one, are miles ahead of it. Wow, okay. And so but on its own terms, this is a really good album. I mean, I really like Paris is Burning. I really like Breaking the Chains. The song is it's a Dokken classic for sure. But what are some album highlights for you guys on this one? Knight Rider, love Knight Rider.
Yeah, Knight Rider, Breaking the Chains, Live to Rock, Rock to Live, which is on 83, which means I listened to the 83 version.
Okay, I mostly listened to that one too. I'm not sure if I found the 81 version, to be honest.
I do have a bit of a nitpick with this album though, and I think you guys might know what I'm about to get into here.
Is it a song?
It's 2 songs.
Oh, okay.
Young Girls.
I have some thoughts on that. Go ahead.
Lay it on me, brother.
Oh, what I thought? Yeah. Well, I think lyrically it's mostly innocent, except for one line where he says, how old are you anyway? And, we should not be so cavalier about that, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now...
My problem... Oh, go ahead.
I will say, it is kind of funny that the perspective of the person in the song is man, I'm so busy drowning in it, I sometimes forget to check ID, and that's not great. But
great.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry. Go ahead, Chase. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, it's cool, man. It's just it's because so Felony, at the end of the song, he's those blue jeans that drove me wild. I did not know she was just a child. It was well, at least you figured out she was a child, and we're whoa. But but then Young Girls kind of undoes.
Oh. I wasn't I didn't even think about Felony. I wasn't listening closely to those lyrics, but yeah, it's kind of not great.
I didn't catch that either. That's crazy.
If it was a different subject, the song would kick ass. If the lyrics were different, his instrumentation is great, flawless. Dokken's voice is amazing. But does somebody need to go into a wood chipper? I hope not. I hope I'm.
Here's the thing, and I'm not excusing it. There are no shortage of specific, not just hair metal, but like 80s songs in general that are like, yeah, underage girls, am I right? You know, and I'm like, dude, you know. So I'm just gonna say, like, I'm gonna chalk it up to being a different time. I think we've moved forward as a society. Dokken still kicks ass, and we'll just move right on. What's that, Chase? Can you say that again?
This is all Maurice Chevalier's fault.
I don't get that reference.
The guy who's saying "I love little girl."
Oh,
He's the guy who's saying "I love little girl."
Sorry, I don't know that song.
This is all his fault.
Okay.
let's keep going.
Oh, we really need to move on, okay? We really need to move on. So the music of the album we liked. That's the thing, right? Okay, good.
And the 80s were a different time. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey Dylan, why don't we talk about Dylan's Demolition?
Well, I didn't get to talk about this album.
Oh, talk about this album. I'm sorry. Go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Knight Rider in the middle, Breaking the Chains has been stuck in my head all fucking week, dude.
Yeah.
I cannot get that song out of my head. So good. And that's all I have to say. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, some problematic lyrics aside, this is a good record. And now we'll move on to our next segment. Dylan's Demolition. Tell us all about your pick for this week. This is a great one, man.
My Dylan's Demolition pick is Hellavengers 2019 demo, Lord of the Burning Abyss. These guys are from Chile. They are a black thrash outfit. And goddamn, this fucking melts my face, dude. I'm getting some... I'll just list some vibes here real quick. Merciless Death, Onslaught, and like a little sprinkle of Dark Angel. Like it's a spice.
Sure.
In a fucking good dish. What did you guys think of this?
I liked this, and I think also what a breath of fresh air that it's a blackened thrash band, but the vocals are cleaner, and musically it's a bit more speed metal-y than thrash, which is just kind of like, oh my god, like, hello, you have just opened up the air, spray the air freshener or something, you know what I mean, or open the window, like, I already said it's a breath of fresh air. What was I saying? But no, I really like this. This rules. I like it a lot. It's like merciful.
I saw it was really...
Sorry, I was like, it's like merciful fade at 45 RPM. That's all.
I saw. I looked them up on Encyclopedia Metallum, and it said Chilean black metal, and I was like, I am already sore from the beating I'm about to get from this guy. And yeah, that opening solo melted my face off. Full cap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know, like bestial, speedy black metal, or black adjacent, whatever.
Yeah.
Good shit. I would recommend it. Tracks that are great. Lunatic Trance of the Full Moon. And Dylan, did you catch the Iron Legion song on there? The closing track. It's called Iron Legion, and it's possibly a 40K reference. Where else is the Iron Legion come from?
Yeah.
Or Iron Man, because he had that with the suits, I guess. But
sure.
Probably 40K.
I guess I didn't catch that. You might be right about that.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, Warhammer 40K influences so much metal.
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta tell you guys. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dylan. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I just think like okay, we all know like man, South American metal just it's savage, man. So good. And what I think is really cool is like the black metal that these guys are, the space that they're coming from is first wave black metal, where black metal was not codified as a musical style, but more about this is what the subject matter is. and it's like a new first wave black metal band, but it's like speed metal, and I'm like, give it to me. It's so good,
Yes.
so good.
Yes.
That's all.
I like your yeah, they're fucking exactly first wave black metal fucking but first wave was what it was pretty much like speed metal, like just darker, like this was I mean this is like a beautiful soup of fucking genres here,
It's
and
great. It's really
it's
tasty
fucking
stuff.
groovy.
Yeah.
It's fucking groovy, and I don't use that word lightly. Uh, it, just good. I have nothing else to say. It's good.
Well,
Check
okay.
it out. Check it out, motherfuckers. What are you doing with your
Motherfucker.
life? Check out Helllavenger.
Okay. Cool. So I think we'll move on to my hardcore Hall of Fame pick for this week. And I chose Amebix's 1985 album, Arise. And I have liked this band for a long time. They sound like Venom. They sound like Venom, and it's like a Venom album, but it's weird because this band is not really fast. It's just like really mostly kind of slower songs. And so it's okay. Imagine a Venom record where it's all the songs are like Buried Alive, Warhead, Manitou, not the fast shit like Witching Hour. Okay, like so that's interesting. But rhythmically they got a lot of like kind of different kind of stuff going on. It's I like this. Like just good crusty stuff, and yeah, I don't have a ton of other things to talk about. I just like it. You guys.
Incredibly versatile. It's a very, oh god, like polycore. There's a lot going on in here. Just
Yeah,
like it's not,
deceptively
like
so.
yes, like based, like I have it on here based on the album covers. I thought I was getting into like black metal. I was like, I thought this was your hardcore pick, and then I listened. Oh, okay. Wait, it still kind of sounds like Venom though. Huh.
Right, right. But
All
but it's
right.
like, but you listen to it, it's almost like it was written around the drums.
Yes. Great. Great note. Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
and
uh,
I just really like it. I mean, I was just like really focused like on yeah, it's really really rhythm heavy. You know what I mean? Like it's even the way the structure of these songs is kind of different than than most stuff in this area that we've talked about. Uh,
probably the most unique sounding offering you put up. Like it's like, whoa, this
Thank you.
doesn't sound like anything else you've you've
Right.
had us listen to. Like Jesus, this is it's almost it's not sludgy like the genre sludge. It's
Yeah.
sludgy like it's like a
Yeah.
thick sound. Whoa.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And it's like, I had to really put some thought into this. Like, how do I describe this? Because I loved it, but it's like, but it challenged me, and I appreciated that a lot. Dylan, you got some thoughts on this?
Yeah. So every once in a while, I come across an album where I'm not crazy about it, but there are a few very nice gems that I keep in my little treasure chest
Okay.
of heavy shit. And I was not entirely crazy about this album. It was very unique. I liked the sound of it. I agree with Chase. It was like sludgy, like black fucking tar sounding. I almost was like every few minutes I was like, is this punk? Is this hardcore Hall of Fame? Like I was a bit confused. But
Right.
nonetheless, a few of the songs I really liked on here, Spoils of Victory, Arise, and Slave. Like mostly the mid part of the album was really
Sure.
fucking good.
And
Uh,
Largactyl is a banger. I mean,
yeah.
that's the hit of the song, of the album. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, all those songs that you mentioned are great. Uh,
Yeah,
Uh,
I wasn't like going ape shit over this. I'm sorry, but
it's
there
okay.
were some really good songs in
Yeah,
here that I kind of pick out
yeah.
as I please.
I felt like this is more of a challenging release, and I feel like it's something that's like this is more of a grower, you know.
Mm,
And I appreciate stuff on that level too. That I'm like, no, 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 you gotta digest this a little bit. And uh, I like I like experiencing stuff like that a lot. I think it's I don't have the word I'm looking for, but yeah, it's something I think it's necessary sometimes.
no, you're right.
You
Like
know,
I'm sure this will be something that I'll come back to in 2 or 3 years, and it'll just be on loop in my car every day, all day when I'm driving around.
sure,
Like that.
yeah,
That's just how I am. Uh,
yeah,
but you know, right now that I at least I like a few of these songs, and the ones I do like are very fucking good.
yeah,
Spoils of Victory specifically was really I fucking love that.
yeah.
I'm saving that one.
That's a really good one.
Um,
I would almost like say like there's sort of like it's almost like if you took Discharge and heavily brought in a bunch of like stuff from the early Cure stuff, and I mean like the Standing on a Beach, Killing an Arab stuff, not their late '80s hitmaker period.
mm,
It's just something about that. There's kind of a goth thing without the dance element.
sure,
Yeah,
sure.
Going
I
on.
was going to say that, but I didn't want to start a riot. I was going to say it's a little bit of like a darky, it's like a dark wave, gothy
There's a little bit.
not
There's
quite.
yeah. There is definitely a little bit of that dark wave thing in there happening, Chase. Yeah. So you're not crazy, and also that's not a thing to have a fight about. If either of you guys see something and you're like, hey, you know what? Do you guys notice this too? Bring it up. That's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Like, what am I gonna do? Get mad? Come on,
Speak your mind. Speak
man.
your mind.
Yes,
What is this? What is this? Communist Russia? We live in America, motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay. So, sounds like we dug this with some caveats, but the good kind of caveats. Okay. So cool. Okay. I think it's time for song of the week, guys, and I think Chase is up first this time. Lay it on us.
Okay, song of the week from me would be Cyclone Aeon from Zyklon.
From their album
Uh,
Aeon.
from their album Aeon. The song popped up on YouTube and just battered me over the head. Like I remembered it from forever ago and was like, oh yeah, it's a good one. And then I jumped on another random thing and it popped up again. I was like, okay, fine. You're here this week. You happy? Yeah, Zyklon. They're good shit. Good heavy. Like it's one of the last like in my opinion one of the last like pure kind of death metal offerings before they started to kind of get really. I mean, not pure as because like the '80s and or early '90s, you got some really pure, uncut death metal there.
Yeah.
But this is like the last wave of that before it started to all kind of become deathcore and the like.
Interesting. That's an interesting perspective, Chase. I remember this when this came out, back in 2003, and I had my roommate at the time was very into this band. I'll just say, and this song is great, and this band is very heavy. It's like at least one ex-member of Emperor.
Yeah.
But no, this is really like if you're looking for tech death, you can do worse than Zyklon. That's for damn sure.
Damn sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Dylan, what do you think, man?
Yeah, this was a great song. Kind of reminded me of something that would be on like Soul of the New Machine by Fear Factory.
A little bit. There is some industrial stuff going on there. You're not. Yeah.
And for people that don't know, I would like to because I was reading about this band Zyklon. I forget what country they're from, but this is not a reference to anything bad. That is just the way they pronounce. That is just the way their language pronounces the word cyclone. So their band is pretty much just called Cyclone.
Okay.
That's why the symbol is that.
Yeah.
See, there we go.
What country are they from? Do you know what country they're from?
Not top of my head.
Well, Well, if Samoth from Emperor was in this band, then Norway is the answer.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Chase is looking
just
it
a
up.
fun little fact.
Yeah.
Just a fun little fact.
Norway, you were correct.
Every once in a while it happens. Okay. Cool. So I think we're good on this song. We liked it. Good song. Dylan. You guys
Yep,
good? Okay.
Great
Okay.
stuff,
Cool.
Great pick.
Okay. So yeah, my song of the week. It was King Diamond's "The Trees Have Eyes" from the album House of God, way back in the year 2000. But yes, I just a lot of times people just kind of focus on the early King Diamond albums, the '80s albums, but like the man has this huge body of work and he has great stuff throughout it. Now this album is 25 years old. But I love this song. He's got, King Diamond's voice is very unique, and he has some really interesting vocal lines in this, and that's kind of why I chose it. And also, it's like a horror song about like walking through the woods and like the trees are watching you. There's an unknown evil presence, something out there. Like how creepy and how perfect for King Diamond. I thought this song kicked ass. I thought it totally ruled. And so there we have it. What do you guys think?
Dylan, go ahead.
Oh well, I am not extremely into King Diamond,
Okay.
but I do very much like this song.
Yeah.
I was fucking head banging hardcore
There
while
we
listening
go.
to this.
Yeah.
It was like that video I sent last night about Aha, the Lemmy
Oh,
thing.
yes.
People who know will know what I'm talking about. But that was me listening to this. Like, oh okay, all right, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Great pick.
Okay.
I was like, oh, King Diamond wrote a song about Vietnam. Okay, this is gonna be fun. But no, yeah, like they said, it's like the trees with the faces in Mortal Kombat 2. They're just watching you walk by, hoping to grab you. But I was like, this song, as the kids say, is a whole ass mood. I love it.
Yeah.
It's unlike the old stuff, but it's still really good.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to talk about Abigail and Welcome Home and all that, and them. Sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, but yeah, give the stuff from the 2000s a shot. It's all aces.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Let's just
Pretty
say
good. Okay. But yeah, I love it. It's like, when it's in a song, it just tells this vivid, like I was right there in like the perspective of the song, like walking through the woods, like feeling creeped out and scared. And if a song can transport you like that, holy shit, man, that says something.
about the weed you're smoking. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't even high when I was listening to it, but yeah. But yeah, so cool. Sounds like we all liked it. Good times.
Yeah.
Okay, and Dylan, you've been so patient. Let's talk about your song of the week.
No worries. I chose Slave to the Microwave by a band called Head in a Jar. And I'm curious, do you guys know this band? Have you heard them before?
I didn't hear this band before. No, I didn't know them. But very much in it. It reminded me of 80s thrash, and I dug it. I enjoyed it.
Chase?
It reminded me. You already teed me off by saying Death Angel when you're like, this just kind of reminded me of Death Angel. I'm like, oh crap, he's right. But how else to describe them? And it's like, yeah, it's got this the way they play, the technicality and everything, fucking awesome. It's very very Death Angel-y, but the lyrics and everything, it's very Lich King. So
Yes.
it's like this.
Yeah.
That's a better comparison.
Yeah. Man, Lich King is
enjoyed
great.
it though. It's very fun. Very fun.
But yeah, this song, Slave to the Microwave. Slave to the Microwave. This is about, sometimes we are all slaves to the microwave. Heating up burritos and chicken nuggets and leftovers
burritos.
and one of the lyrics in this song is when your appetite won't behave, you're a slave to the microwave. You know, just oh fuck, dude's got some munchies and he's heating up that fucking burrito from last night. You know, it's just a funny song. It makes me laugh. I love it, and these guys rock. Head in the Jar from Australia. Check them out.
Well, okay.
Yep.
Right on. Well, cool. Yeah, this is great. Sounds like we all dug it. I think we just have a few upcoming shows to remind folks about. Let's see. On this Thursday, January 30th, at Dante's, Dead Nexus will be headlining with support from Absurdity. Now, Dead Nexus is kind of a death and thrash metal band. Absurdity, death metal. And, of course, Atomic Terror, our local thrash titans. And additional support from Worm Chewer, who I believe are deathcore. But this should be a cool night of metal on a Thursday night, $12. Get out and see this, man. This is cool. I'm gonna try to be at this. I know Dylan is trying, so yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm starting a new job this week, so we'll just see how my Thursday goes. But if everything's groovy and it's not going to be a prob, then perhaps I can attend this. Yes. So then we also have on a couple nights later in Kaiser, there's some hardcore happening with Why Won't You Die, Red Sun Northwest, Trials, and Riddled at the Radness Ensues, that community center that you just saw that punk show at. This should be a fun time. And Dylan, you're going to this, right? Dylan?
I will 100% be there, man.
Awesome. Cool.
Awesome.
So we can't wait to hear how this show goes. I've been wanting to see Why Won't You Die, and I've been curious about Trials, actually. So, I'm very, very interested in finding out about this show or hearing about it. The very same night, in Kelso, Washington, Chase and I will be going up to see Coven 6669 alongside fellow 1980s thrashers Chemical Annihilation, Portland Crossover Kings Sidewalk Slam, our local thrashers Atomic Terror, and Forced Infection. 5 thrash metal bands on one bill. Let me tell you, Chase, it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Who will survive and what will be left of them? Man.
You had me there. Huh? Yes.
Yeah, this is going to rule. I'm so excited. We are going to have a dope-ass time at this. That's going to be great. So that is going to be worth the drive to Kelso, Washington for this. Let's see. Then later in the week, on February 6th, at Dante's, Doom Metal Legends, Pentagram, will be headlining over psychedelic rock band Tigers on Opium, alongside with additional support from our local traditional heavy metal outfit Stainless, who are great. That should be a fun time. I don't know if I'm going to be at this. We'll see. It really is going to depend on the new gig and how I'm feeling. I like Pentagram, but if I never see them, it is not going to ruin my life. I'm not a massive fan. I like them just fine. But that is a classic metal band. I definitely didn't want to not advertise it. Let's see. Few weeks later in February, on I still think it's the 25th, Dylan, is Decapitated, Incantation, Darkest Hour, and Ex Mortis at the Roseland. Polish tech death guys, Decapitated. They got a huge fan base in the world of death metal freaks. You're going to want to be there. You're going to be there. And classic death metalers, Incantation, who I saw many years ago, and they were great. They will be, of course, performing their album Mortal Throne of Nazarene in its entirety, and that's cool. That should be a cool time for those who are going to be there. A couple days later, also at the Roseland Theater, holy shit, the Posers Must Die crew is going to be there with bells on to see Cavalera Conspiracy with support from death metalers, Necrots,
Yes.
and heavy crossover thrash band Dead Heat. This is going to be a night of thrashing death, sons, with a Cavalera Conspiracy playing a old school Sepultura set. This is going to rage like we have not seen in a while. This is going to be awesome. Cannot wait for this.
Yes.
Yes.
Please. I will be here. It will kill me. I just want to remind you guys once again, please write on my tombstone simply, "It was worth it." That's it.
Okay.
That's all I want.
You got it, buddy.
Will do.
All right. So I think that R.I.P. Dylan. And all of you. So I think that about wraps up the show for this week. So Chase, why don't you hit us with the sign off?
Alrighty. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Why? Because it's a heavy metal universe. A heavy metal town. Right?
We love it. Excellent. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.